This is maybe one of the great wacky best friends in all of cinema. His name is Styles. And this actor, everything this actor says is really funny. Like this, I don't know why he never did anything else. So his Styles is just like, he's his funny friend. And he's like, they're going to let me into the big party tonight if I bring a keg. So he's like, we got to get a keg. So he goes into the liquor store. He's underage. And the old man behind the counter is like, beat it. So then he goes back with Michael J. Fox. And he's like, go in and maybe you try. He gives him a water pistol to pretend like it's a gun. But he's like, I'm not going to do that. So then Michael J. Fox goes in. And then the old guy's like, I'm sick of you little kids. Get it through your thick heads. I'm not giving you any damn beer. Beat it. And then Michael J. Fox, because when he gets angry, the wolf comes out. So you start to hear the heartbeat and his eyes turn red. And he goes, give me a keg of beer. And then the old man's like, oh, don't kill me. And he gets the keg. Now he's the hero. He didn't even probably know he could do that. But he's like, he terrified an old man to get the beer. And then there's this famous scene where Styles likes to surf on the roof of the van. I guess this is a thing kind of like the subway surfing of today.
Sure.
Styles is like, I got to surf, baby. Surfs up. And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he's on the roof and he's just not falling off. So they play a Beach Boys song. Okay. And he pulls up to the party and everyone's like, Styles the greatest. And then when he delivers the keg, there's like 50 kegs. So he's like, I didn't have to do any of this. Wow. And then Styles is the life of the party. And I don't know if high school parties were like this in the 80s, or maybe I just didn't get invited. But it's almost like half a sex party, half not. Like, there's two people covered in either whipped cream or shaving cream, a man and a woman in their underwear, and they're tied. It's very Abu Ghraib. They're tied together. Okay. Their wrists are tied together with their backs to each other, and they're covered in whipped cream in their underwear, and they're just trying to, I guess, escape, which is making them writhe up against one another. Okay. I don't think they're ever, until they tell the secrets they know. Yeah. That's just happening. Yeah. And then Styles is like, he's the party. He's the MC. He's like, all right, everybody. Oh, and everyone's got a name. Everyone randomly drew someone else's name, which seems like a sex party thing. Yeah. And because then whoever's name you got, Styles is going to tell you what you have to do with them.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, all right, fat guy. Well, he says to one girl, like, who'd you get? She's like, I got Chubbs. And she's like happy about it because women are better than us. And then he's, all right, Chubby, you like to eat. They won't leave this guy alone.
Yeah, poor guy.
He's like, I'm also working on a novel. Yeah. What about my other qualities?
At this Eyes Wide Open party.
That would be funny if at the end of Eyes Wide Shut, there was like a party fat guy with a Hawaiian shirt on. And they were like, yeah, you have to have a party fat guy at any sex party. The rest of it's all very serious. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum, or whatever they were doing. Dum dum dum. Remember that? Dum dum dum. And all of a sudden, Chubbs is like, where's the pussy, baby? Dum dum. So they're like, all right, fatso. He's like, you got to eat this big bowl of Jell-O.
What?
And then the girl goes, but what do I do? And he's like, your Jell-O's going in your tits. And he pours it down her shirt. In every 80s movie, she's like, I'm having a great time. In real life, she would leave. Yeah. So then Boof, she has someone else's name. But when they ask her, she says she has, I think his name's Scott. She says she has Michael J. Fox's name. Oh. So then he's like, were you going in the closet for 5 minutes? And legally, he can do whatever, like... He's like, I'm a notary public, and it's the 80s. Yep. And legally, 7 minutes, international waters.
7 minutes in international
like,
waters?
You can... like, if you come out dead, we're not calling the police. It's called 7 minutes in international waters. I made that up. Yeah. But to me, heaven is international waters. For me, that's heaven is being able to do whatever I want. Starman, do. In space, there are no laws, and no one can hear you scream. Starman, I do whatever I want. Oh my god! So they're going full Starman in the closet. Okay. But she likes him, and he's so dumb. Because you know what's so sweet is I don't have anyone. I thought it'd be fun to have someone like this in your life, where it's a girl that you've known your whole life. So like they were kids together, and at one point there's a fun thing where they're walking, and she's like, "Remember when we ran away together, and we thought no one cared, and we thought it was a big deal? Like it'd be fun to have someone who's like you knew your whole life, and then you get to fuck them. Think how wrong that would feel. So he." You're like, we're not related, but it feels like we are. Dirty, dirty, dirty sex. Starman. having sex with friends. I know we're not related, but it feels like we might be because I'm a star man. So then they go into the closet, and he's so dumb because he still thinks of her as his friend. But she clearly...
He's so dumb he thinks of her as a
He's
friend.
so dumb. He's so dumb he refuses to objectify this woman. And she's like, objectify me. See me as a piece of meat, you piece of shit. What are you, a Starman or something? Starman doesn't care for girls. So he's in the closet, and she's like, kiss me, you fool. And then here's what happens, though. When he gets angry about beer, he becomes the animal.
Yeah.
When he gets turned on, he becomes the animal.
Oh, no.
I think it's how narcolepsy works, too. All the things that make narcoleptics go to sleep make this fuck turn into a wolf. So he becomes the wolf, and she's like, stop it, Scott, you're scaring me. And he's like, ooh, your claws.
What?
But then they open the door, and he's like, how was it? And she's like, it was unexpected. And everyone's like, oh. And then she walks away, and there's a giant rips on her back.
Oh.
Like he ripped. I mean, she's not like that hurt, but
Okay.
her clothes are ripped off in the back. So there is I think women want to fuck monsters. Women want us to be like big Beauty and the Beast type monsters. So I'm working on it. I'm getting really fat. Look, I can't become a beast, but I can become a big fat guy. And that's for you ladies. Okay, so then he comes home, and he's been having little changes. He goes into the bathroom. He's full on. It's like that classic transformation thing. Like he full on becomes the werewolf. Okay. And his dad's knocking on the door like, Scott, I need to talk to you, Scott. And he's like, Dad. He's on the other side, and the dad goes, I can understand whatever's happening with you. And he's like, I don't think you're going to understand this one, Dad.
Zoinks.
And then he opens the door, and his dad is a werewolf.
Oh, shit.
And he looks so stupid. So he's like, we need to talk. And then they have a talk, and he's like, you knew this was going to happen? And he said, well, sometimes it skips a generation. But I guess it comes on in puberty. And he's like, we're just a type of people.
Oh.
People don't talk about it. It happens. Your mother was a werewolf.
What's that?
You know what's funny is his mom's gone.
Uh-huh.
They never say what happened to the mom.
Oh.
It's just left unsaid. Okay, so then they have another basketball game, and they're losing again. And he's being himself. There's a dog pile for like a loose ball, you know? And he busts out at the bottom of the pile. He's the wolf. Wait, before that.
Oh, shit.
Before that is the scene that people have a problem with.
Okay.
This is the scene. So Styles is the wacky best friend, and he's looking for his weed in his garage. And he's wearing, this is going to be an emotional scene, and Styles is wearing a shirt that says, what are you looking at, dick nose? This guy's wacky t-shirt game is on another level. Yeah. So he's looking for his weed, so he's distracted. And Michael J. Fox is like, dude, I need to talk to you about something. It's a personal thing about me. And you're my best friend, and I need to come clean about my personal life to you.
Oh, boy.
And he's not really paying attention. He's like, well, it better not be that you're a I'll probably bleep that. Yeah. He's like, because if you're a I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, and he keeps looking for his weed. And so people are like, how? And he goes like, no, I'm not a I'm a werewolf, man. See, but that makes him feel better. Here's what I think Styles was doing. Styles he knew his friend was having first of all, he pretended to be looking for something to take the pressure off his buddy.
Okay.
And he knew his friend was feeling awkward about something. So he said, well, I'm just going to say something that I know isn't true to make his thing seem better. So basically his thought process was, I'm just going to think of the worst thing I can think of. Which that's not great.
Right.
But he knew he wasn't gay.
Sure.
So he was like, what are you, gay? And he's like, no, I'm a werewolf. So he just made him feel better by saying a more ridiculous, like he could have gone the other way. If his friend was clearly gay and he was like, Styles, I have something very important to tell you. He could have been like, let me guess, you're a werewolf. And he would have been like, no, silly, I'm gay. And he would have been, of course you are. I just said werewolf to make you feel better about being gay. Yeah. The past was doing its best.
That's the theme song.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave them alone. They were doing their best.